where we do movie reviews, TV, everything. Today we're going to do, I'm with my best friend, Miles, Mac Daddy of Justice Washington.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm your host, Chad Kelly, the truest podcast host in the world. Today we're going to do our favorite movie. Well, it's actually Rush Hour 2 is our favorite movie. This is going to be Rush Hour 1. We're going to start with the first one.
First one had to naturally go in order, but it's
Yeah.
like one of those movies where we've just been quoting it for like the years we've been friends. It's like as inside jokes, people be, what the fuck you talking about?
It's okay. You can cuss a little bit.
Uh,
So yeah, we're gonna do Rush Hour 1 today. Yeah, like you said, it's one of the most quoted movies. Uh, we have it on in the background with low volume just so we could kind of watch it as we talk about it. And we're gonna as we do that, this is bottom of the glass. So bottom of the glass, we always have our drinks like we're at the bar talking about movies. So today we have Cold Snap.
Sam Adams seasonal.
So
This is a special one for, I think, probably with, like the friend group itself. Must be you, Mikey. You know, like you
Yep.
wait for this one seasonal to come out every year. This is the reason why the dry January is pushed back to March.
Exactly. All right, so we're gonna open that. I'll try to do it without breaking my equipment. Perfect. All right. Yeah. So, cheers, Miles. You gonna hear that? First sip's always got to be the best.
Mhm.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, today we're talking about Rush Hour. I'm gonna give you some quick little background info before we start. Rush Hour was came out in 1998. It was directed by Brett Ratner. Brett Ratner, he directed all three Rush Hour movies. He directed Money Talks, which is probably where he got Chris Tucker. It was a movie with Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen. It's a great movie, but not quite on the Rush Hour level.
No.
He also did Red Dragon, which was a prequel Hannibal Lecter movie. It's actually pretty good. It has the guy who was in
Fiennes there.
yeah, who played Voldemort, right?
Yeah, he was Voldemort, and he's been in a bunch of stuff actually. But
Yeah.
he's Voldemort, and he's in that new 28 Years Later movie coming out.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So he directed that. And then infamously, he took over the X-Men series after the amazing, probably still up there for me, one of the best X-Men movies, X2, even though they didn't do Cyclops very good, but I still love that movie. He took over X-Men for X-Men 3 Last Stand from the previous director, which is Bryan Singer. I think he had some kind of, yeah, Bryan Singer had something happen. So Brett Ratner took over, and he had one of the worst X-Men movie of all time, in The Last Stand. This was New Line Cinema. Rush Hour was a New Line Cinema movie. All right, so obviously we have Jackie Chan as Inspector Lee, and Chris Tucker is Detective James Carter. We're probably gonna use those names. We're gonna switch back and forth because we're gonna forget and say Jackie, and then say Lee. That's gonna happen a lot. So just like they probably did when they were filming the movie from what it looks like at the end of the movie when they show the cuts.
The cutscenes. Was that in this one? I think that might have been the second one.
They do them in both of them, but I know
Yeah.
I think it was the second one where he says his real name a bunch of times. Yeah.
Second one is that will be the review when we get to that one. That's like the basis one, foundation. That's the best one.
Yeah, it's the best one. The 3 we'll probably do, but it's definitely not up there. It's not even really one that we quote that much.
Yeah.
So where we have it on in the background. So we just got done. They do the opening scene, and it's Inspector Lee, Jackie Chan. He's going into it's like a port, and they're the Jintao organization is bringing the artifacts. Yeah. So he's busting it, and I love this opening scene. Right away, it shows Jackie Chan's a badass.
Crazy stunts.
Yeah, the best thing about having Jackie Chan in these kind of movies, this is like one of his first American movies, I believe, is he can do wide shots. When you have like most action in the like American movies, it's like a lot of cutscenes because there's the stunt guys. Jackie Chan does all his stuff, so you can do wide shots and it can show him doing it, which I think is really good.
Yeah.
It's a good way to open it up. He has a couple cool little fights. The best moment I think is when he runs up the container while the other one's coming to crush him, and he gets up it, which he really did. I mean, I'm sure there was some kind of safety precautions, but he does do that, which is crazy. What I think is funny, which I want to hear your take on this, that opening scene, I thought about it. I don't think any bust of like a crime organization is going to have one cop kind of go in, beat up a few people. They're probably just all going to have the police go and stop it.
Yeah.
Like a swarm of police are going to show up, right? Like, why would you have one guy go in there?
One operative, he just,
Just go in there and beat up a bunch of people. He'd probably call backup and they would all just stop him. It'd be like 50 cops would be there to be over.
Sang wouldn't have got away.
Yeah, Sang wouldn't have got away. The movie would have been over. It would have been one of those memes where they have the movie starts and then that happens, the cops show up and the movie ends. They got Sang right away. Yeah, so it's a good idea. We should talk about some of these. Actually, let's keep going with that. So then the next scene, you kind of right away you see the villain. He's like a cop or whatever in Hong Kong.
Something about with the council. He's on some kind of official. That's the thing about this movie is like there's no big reveal about who the villain is. It like kind of happens halfway through.
Yeah, and
you kind of tell.
You can kind of tell, but it's Tom Wilkinson. He's playing Tom. It's Thomas Griffin. Griffin is the guy, and he's like right away like this guy. It seems weird, but probably when I first watched it, I probably didn't even notice because I was like 12 years old or whatever.
Yeah, you don't
Not
really
even, I
notice
was
until
like
like go back
10.
later in the movie and like when they're in the restaurant, I think it is or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was one of those ones where it's like, hey, it was still entertaining, and there was like two tropes it didn't follow for like most of these types of movies. Is like a big reveal about who the villain it really is,
Yeah.
and the stereotypical fist fight standoff, especially if you have an action lead that's known to throw hands, and it's like you have like another like you think like Sang would be the guy, and him and Jackie would have that final standoff, you know?
Yeah.
They kind of like went in a different direction, but it worked, you know?
Yeah, and they kind of do that in both of Rush Hour 1 and 2, where you're like, all right, there's going to be a big fight. They got these, you know, like in the second one, they had the girl from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
And again, Chris Tucker kind of kills both of I guess, like the people you think are going to be fighters. Like
well, Sang wasn't exactly a fighter. The girl, I can't remember her name. I think it was like Hu Lee or something like that, or something like that. And, and 2, she was a fighter. Like her character was a fighter, at least. Like
yeah, exactly, yeah, for sure. I mean, they couldn't really tell right away with him. You know, he does have that little moment with him in the abandoned building where he's throwing the axe and stuff.
Yeah,
he throws the axe. So a little bit of a fight right there.
You know, oddly enough, the one that had the most like martial arts back was a little bit of 3.
Yeah. Well, they had that
Hiroyuki Sanada. Yeah, he was the freaking man. That guy's the man.
He's the man. Yeah. So that's the cool thing about the third is they had like it was a good fight, and it was like his brother or whatever.
Yeah, adopted.
Yeah. So then we get past this where he wishes them off. The guy wishes them off well as they go to America. Consul Han and his daughter.
Yep, you see
Soo Young
with Jackie. Obviously, they have a relationship there. Like he's a student. Her teaching must have been martial arts and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah, because he says something. I think he says, "Practice your kicks and eye gouges." Yeah. So you find out that, and then we go right to the next scene where it's like it's a kind of still serious like martial arts movie at this point. It's like a cop martial arts Chinese movie, and then you get to like what this movie does really well is it's a buddy cop movie. It goes right to like it's a buddy cop and a fish out of water because it's like Jackie Chan now in America. And then, which kind of is like the opposite in the second one.
Yeah.
But right away you see Chris Tucker coming in. You don't even really know unless you've read about it before.
Buddy cop, fish out of water, and a different take on good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, for sure. Because right away you see Chris Tucker show up, and he's talking to Clive, who's played by Chris Penn.
Nice car. Was that? I don't even know what kind of car.
I think he's got like a Corvette. I think it's like a Corvette.
Top down, dressed in all black leather, cutting people off, swearing.
He's kind of dressed like Training Day a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like Denzel Washington in it. And you can't really.
This came out before Training Day.
Yeah. I don't know if like when I first saw this, I don't know if I knew he was a cop right away. Let's go. He's a bad guy, and he's doing this deal with Chris Penn's character Clive, and he's doing this deal, and right away the humor it's like instant from before when it's more of like a martial arts kind of stuff at the beginning. This is like this is gonna be funny. Yeah. He just doing the
you hear that. meet me a girl. I think, because I think he had, obviously Money Talks, but that he was had stand-ups at this point, and
Yeah,
Friday was the biggest one because he was Smokey and Friday, and like,
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
that was probably the biggest one there. And Friday, that's another movie we could do a review on. That was like one of those hood black comedy movies, but it was still a good
it was
movie.
a good movie. Yeah, and he was. I used to have a Def Jam VHS. My friend, it's actually my buddy's, but I would borrow it, and it had him in it. I think this was before like Rush Hour, before Money Talks. It was like him young, and he was doing like the Michael Jackson. He had like a Michael Jackson bit where he was dancing. So he really took that dancing to like every movie.
Everything. Even Michael Jackson, and I don't know like what the personal relationship was, but I know they were cool. I mean,
Yeah,
he was in that video for "You Rock My World," and
yeah,
I remember seeing some video of like it was like Michael Jackson like dancing with Usher, and then like they're doing something on stage together, and then Chris Tucker comes out, and Michael Jackson gets like all happy and stuff. It's like they obviously had like some kind of like friendship there.
yep, yep. And it's like right out in the beginning, like some of the like my favorite lines is right away is when the cops come to bust and they don't know that it's that he's like undercover, and the cops show up and they got their guns, and then he drops them, and then he drops the Clive, and then Clive gets up, he shoots at them, and one of the guys loses he loses the finger, and then that comes back later as like a really funny line. Just right away, and he's like, I was in the back of the diner. You said back of the diner, I was in the back. And obviously, he just showed up with his car, and you're just like, he's like, just gonna talk his way out of it. Stuff. I think on the cover of Rush Hour, it was like fastest hands in the east, fastest mouth in the west, and
Yeah.
it was like right away, it's like, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he just completely breaks all police protocol, and he just starts shooting at this. He shoots a tire, so this guy's not going far. He should have just waited, and then he keeps shooting at the car, and he knows his car's got C4 in it. And again, I don't think this is realistic. I don't think C4 blows up from a gunshot, but he shoots the trunk, blows the whole car up. Luckily, Clive jumps out. Could have just killed this guy. And yeah, we could have had a police riot or LA riot right here. But the guy jumps out, which is smart.
He still keeps firing.
He keeps firing at the car and blows it up. And I love, like, I know, like, people are like, oh, this is not real. I just think it's great. I don't care. I like all the unrealistic stuff.
Like, it's not. Of course.
It's a movie. Yeah, yeah. Also, two guys, they probably wouldn't bring over a Chinese officer to deal with this big case with the FBI.
Yeah,
I just don't
especially
think they're gonna let that happen.
I mean, I'm inclined to agree with that because like the emotional, like, oh, you get an emotional attachment, unless it was like, all right, this guy is like the most specialized operative it is, and it's like I think they're
true.
painting him trying to be that way. So at the same time,
He is
it's
like the best.
if he's like the best and he's really that capable, it's like, and it doesn't matter. It's almost be like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess you're probably right, but still.
It does make our FBI agents like all right, so the best guy. I know this LAPD guy like broke all the rules, but he is great. He's good at it. He's first off, he knocks the guy out pretty easy. So the one thing that like I like remembering back as a kid, I just always thought like Jackie Chan was the man, the martial arts guy, and Chris Tucker was kind of like a bumbling, not great. But he's actually like he could fight in the movie. He could fight a little bit. He knocked out, dropped him. He beat some guys up.
Movie, yeah.
Yeah, he's not like, I mean, he does look he's like in like the best shape of his life for this movie. He said, in an interview, I heard him saying, he's like, I had to be in good shape. Jackie Chan wanted me in good shape and to do some like, he did some fight choreography and stuff. So yeah, right there. And then we go to the next scene is kind of the kidnapping scene. And this is, if you look back at it, you can kind of see that, Griffith or whatever, Griffith. Yeah, I think it's Griffith. He's going to be like he does something right here. He calls, or there's a phone call for Consulate Han, and it's probably like Griffith or something calling to get him or someone in that in that like area, trying to get him distracted so he doesn't go in the car.
Yeah.
So they can kidnap Su Young easy without him,
Yeah.
So they, and that's like, this is like the most, I would say, like cops suspense kind of moment where like there's not really any humor here. It's just he shows up and he says the best line ever, your favorite line. He says, "Oh, no problem. Just rush hour. Boom, 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 boom." Shoots all of them.
Yeah, okay, say ours or whatever. Okay, yeah. Dude, every time someone says I say no problem to somebody, it's like It's like an inclination to say just Rush Hour. I remember you brought this up before we were watching this. You're talking about how like emotional Sang is. He's like the worst villain ever, and he is like literally would have lost. He would have lost if the people on the motorcycle weren't there to catch her. He would have lost her. He would.
I guess this is like the scene where you probably should know that he's not fighting Jackie Chan good because he gets his ass whooped by Su Yung. She kicks him, scratches him with the necklace,
and she takes off. She would have got away if it wasn't for the dude on the motorcycle.
The dude in the motorcycle. I mean, also she probably should have ran to like the grass or something. That would have probably helped.
Yeah.
They probably still would have got her eventually. But you would think there'd be some kind of people in LA.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, what the hell's going on here? Because this is LA. There's a lot of traffic there. You know, it's rush hour.
Rush hour.
But no one's there apparently.
There's one police officer directing them that one way. They're like special operative agents, and like the police officer directing them one way, and they're like, "Huh, this is odd. This was in the details of how we were supposed to be going.
Yeah,
we're not special operatives transporting the counsel's daughter."
Yeah, these guys, they just get smoked by this cop. They're right away like, oh, all right,
no problem. And then you see, I think you've seen. I don't know the names of the actors. We gotta look them up, but they've been in so many different movies.
Which ones?
The two cops that Sang just smokes.
Oh yeah, I don't have the two Asian cops.
Yeah,
I have the.
They're in so many different movies.
Yeah, I have the FBI agents, which is like next scene we get to the FBI agents. My phone is just to read my notes, so don't think I'm looking at my phone. Next thing we get to the actual FBI agents. It's the main guy. Mark Rolston is Agent Warren, and he shows up and he's telling him what happened, Consul Han what happened, and then right after that we get to the part's on right now. We get to Chris Tucker talking about his thing, and he just like lies about everything.
Oh my goodness!
Which we all know this person who just
oh my god
exaggerates everything.
At this point, we all know he's a couple.
Right? Yeah. But I just remember me being in school watching this, and I was like, oh, I know who that person is. I have a friend. That's Jared. I have a buddy who does that. Everything that happened, it's like times 5. I'm like, none of that happened. I was there.
Yeah. Tell him the story. Like, oh yeah, you remember when that happened? Yeah. No,
beat down like 15 people.
15 people jumped out the truck. I started hammering all of them.
Yeah. And then we get to him talking to we found out he's got a partner. His partner, I want to like make sure I make a note on this. We'll get a little sad for a second. His partner is Elizabeth Pena, Agent Johnson. She was in like a bunch of different movies. She was in like some old Cuban kind of movies. She died in 2013 of cirrhosis of the liver, which apparently she drank a lot. Don't drink too much. Be responsible, people. Yeah. So yeah, rest in peace. Sorry about a little sad moment.
Yeah, I didn't know that last time you told me. I was like, man,
I'm trying
to see her or anything.
Trying to spread knowledge as I do this podcast. You know, I want people to know what happened to these people. Chris Penn also died. The actor who plays Clive.
I didn't know that.
I don't remember from what. So, all right. So next we get to the FBI agents, which should be Agent Warren, played by Mark Rolston, and then we also have Agent Dan Whitney. He's like the second kind of guy, number 2 agent that you keep seeing in the throughout the movie. That's played by Rex Lynn. Rex Lynn.
That's your parents. Why do you name yourself Rex?
I love it. Yeah, my kids are like their names are like you could just get them confused. It's like so similar. Camden Caden. So I like the idea of a Rex. Would have been easy.
It's always gonna happen. You suck them up and be confusing. My mom used to do that to me and my brother. Mark Miles. I used to be Market Miles. Like
yeah, my mom used to call. My name was Chad. My brother's name is Tony. So she used to call it. She used to just say Chad, Tony, Chony. Mm-hmm. So she's just mixed them together. So
Chony.
You can't really do that with my kids. Camden, Caden. You can't really mix them together. They're already mixed.
Yeah. Call one kid. Just like Caden. You just call the other one, or whoever it pops up.
So next scene we get to is we meet the captain. There's always a captain in all these movies. There's always a captain.
The angry captain.
I think this captain is by far the best. This is Phil Baker Hall. He's actually a really good actor. He's in a lot of stuff, especially in the 70s. I like him.
Honestly, the only other one I would say up for like the angry black police, I gave it a little bit away, but the angry police chief, I would say,
Beverly Hills Cop.
It's definitely not Ice Cube from 21 Jump Street. That's a little too overdone to the point where it's not funny. At least it was kind of funny, but to the point.
Yeah.
But was I can't remember the guy's name. I'm hating.
But you're thinking of Beverly Hills Cop?
No, I'm thinking of Starsky and Hutch with
Okay, okay,
Ben
okay.
Stiller and Owen Wilson there. I can't
Yeah.
remember his name, but
See, when
dude,
I think of Angry Black,
artificial sweetener.
when I think of Angry Black Captain, I think of Beverly Hills Cop, the captain from in Detroit.
Yeah,
I
him.
think of him.
I also think of RoboCop as well because it was
Ooh,
the
yeah,
guy
yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. So we get to the scene where we get to he's the best. That's like one of my favorite like low key comedy moments in the movie. That like when you've rewatched it 8,000 times, you find new things that are funny. It's just like the stuff he says to the captain when he find at first he thinks he's getting in trouble, getting suspended, and then obviously the we were talking about before the agents came up with the idea to have an LAPD guy take Lee around the city, keep him out of the investigation. So they do this to get him out of their hair. They don't want to use an FBI agent. They use
Yeah, they
LAPD
want to humiliate LAPD for some reason.
for some
Was there like
reason.
a thing there between them,
I
or
don't know. I guess so in the
you know,
movie.
like
But obviously the captain was gonna like suspend Carter, but he decides, you know what, this guy. Sorry, well, whatever. Yeah, screw this guy. I'm gonna have Carter go and do this. So he tells him he's just going to work for the FBI, which is like Carter's dream.
I will say this: we are trying our hardest to hold back on the swearing. It does like seep through the
Yeah,
cracks
yeah, yeah.
because you know, when it's
It's all right.
normal conversation, the words are flying. It's way
Yeah.
more colorful.
Yeah,
So
I can
we're
edit.
trying to
I'm
do
gonna,
best behavior.
I'm gonna edit some stuff out.
Hey,
I'll
we
put
can.
I'll put like a wah 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 when I say
That's-
things.
yeah, if you could censor it or something like
I'm
this,
gonna
that
do
would
it.
be
Yeah, I'm
even
gonna
better.
try to
If you
figure
do
it
like a
out.
record skip like Samurai Shampoo.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
I used to love that.
So Carter does all that, and it's like I love when he finds out he's working for the FBI. He doesn't know the actual details, but I'm gonna make you mayor. I'd rather you didn't. That's one of my favorite lines because you can just tell this guy's like, "Leave me alone, please. I hate you." And then when he shows up to meet the FBI agents, he does this little thing and he walks in. He says, I'm gonna need one of those headsets. It just makes me laugh. Just like I need one of those headsets. I gotta be official here. I need one of those headsets. And
You know what the thing is like probably back then it was probably kind of a bigger deal because like the headsets like that were probably we
it was
think of
pretty
like
cool. Yeah,
technology, right?
yeah. This was
Like
back in the '90s or late '90s. So yeah,
we had 98.
you didn't have just like headsets. That was a big deal.
Yeah, man.
They had always got the little wire coming down into the
They didn't
thing.
even have cell phones to like communicate like they remember. Like you don't see anybody
Yeah,
whipping out.
pagers,
You don't.
yeah.
Yeah, pages. You don't see anybody whipping out a cell phone, even
Yeah.
though they were still some back
Kind of
then.
love it. Kind of love it.
It is.
I miss it.
Yeah.
Even though like I don't really, I didn't get a cell phone until after I got out of high school.
Yeah.
So I was like the only kid in high school with no
Yeah,
cell
I had
phone.
one like my freshman year. And I couldn't keep up with it. It was just too much bill wise to keep up with at the time. And then so we share one. And then once I think it was like right before I graduated because I was working. I ended up getting a phone,
Yeah.
like Verizon little flip
Oh
phone.
man.
I had one of the first touchscreen.
Yeah, I got one I got a cell phone in eighth. Guys, we're gonna we're gonna drift off. So
Yeah,
get over
this
it.
happens.
This is a conversation like in a bar, right? So I had a cell phone. I got it in eighth grade, and it was a flip phone, and I got it at the end of the year, and then in the summer, it went through the wash in my pocket, and then I was afraid to tell my dad, so I broke it in half and I threw it in a drain, and then I got caught and I got grounded for like the first 3 weeks. It was supposed to be like 3 weeks of summer, but I ended up getting off. Like my dad always would like ground me for a long time and then let me off in like 5 days. And my brother, because if he had the broken cell phone, he could have returned it and got a new one. I didn't know that because I was in eighth grade.
So about the same.
My brother and Nate, I used to skateboard every day. So like Nate was my neighbor. We skated together. So my brother would come out and hang out with us. Well, he would sometimes skate too. And they were outside in the drain because in like the far drain, and they were trying to get it with like a magnet and stuff, but they couldn't get it. And then the next day it rained and it was gone. So yeah, I got in trouble for that. But so in the FBI agents, I love the is G14 classified. He tells them right away, and that joke just like there's a lot of jokes things they say that carry over to later, which makes me laugh. We get to the Chris Tucker picking him up, Carter picking up Lee at the airport, which is, this is 98, so some of these jokes they probably wouldn't do nowadays, but which I think is stupid. Like, it's funny. It's not like very serious, but they do the stereotypical, like, Asian kind of jokes where he's like, "Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?"
He just
Like,
smiles at him.
yeah, like it's like which we've all been there. Like if you're talking to someone who doesn't speak another language, you can speak louder and slower. It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Which I've done it on accident, being like trying to like not in like a rude way, but like I get people come to my work speak different languages, and I'm trying to talk to truck drivers, and then I'll do it for a second. I'm like, what am I doing? They don't understand me. But yeah, they really play all those jokes up, and honestly, they're hilarious. He's like, he calls him Mr. Rice Roni. It's funny. It just is funny.
It's clearly like, I could say it's mean. Someone's mean spirited, but they had a good freaking. It's Jackie. They're both like.
Yeah, it's not very serious. It's not like not over the
honestly,
top.
if you're gonna get upset over the jokes in this and say it's insensitive, it's like go do some soul searching. There's more serious things I want to go.
There's way more serious things to be upset about. Yeah. So we get into the car, and he still doesn't know he doesn't speak English, which is like a running thing for about like 10 minutes in the movie. This is pretty
much where you could say that scene is where the movie pretty much begins and the series begins. It's that scene there, them getting off the plane, and these first interactions. This pretty much sets the tone for the series moving forward forever.
Yeah, honestly just like they just have great chemistry, like right away. Like they're like when they insult each other, when they start bonding, all the chemistry is great. Yeah. I just think this is one of those movies that people don't like think about as like favorites, but I would say kids like us, born in early 90s, late 80s. I'm 91. You're probably 89 or something.
No, I'm 90.
90. Oh, for both like early 90s. I don't know why I was thinking it's my brother's year. Yeah, so we're all, I know you're a year older than me, so yeah, it makes sense. We're both early 90s. Like these movies to me, like I think Rush Hour 2 is my favorite comedy of all time. These were like the movies. I watched this movie 1,000 times as a kid. I had them all on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Every joke, it's just like the movie goes. It's so quick, joke, action, joke, action. There's no
film. It was like split up in different parts. The movies used to seem so much longer.
Yeah,
like when I was a kid.
This is the movie that you can put on in the background, do something, come back. Great part right here. Yeah, like every part is
honestly,
great.
You could let it play through twice. Remember how like you would watch like cable TV and they would play movies like twice sometimes and just be doing stuff in the background and like let it play. I'd be doing completely different stuff and then it would just be playing in the background as like noise stimulation. I don't know if that was like triggers 80. I don't know, whatever they say it is, or I don't know. But at least I got shit done. So
yeah. So then we get to the. I'm trying to like as we're going. I'm gonna keep going scene by scene, but we're gonna veer off because this is just so much to talk about for this movie. But then we get to he's talking to the guy trying to find out about the little girl and then he finds out there's a lot of this one guy. He gives this guy $40, which makes me laugh. $40, and he finds out.
You better tell me something.
He finds out that
fill a gas tank.
Yeah, I know there's nothing now, and he finds out that someone's like doing buying up all kinds of explosives, but he doesn't find out this guy's name. And as he does that, Lee is escaping on one of those like LA tour buses. Which right here is just another cool action scene. Just so he climbs up it, chases him up.
It shows gets that up there. Lee is capable because, like, let's be real, like most people wouldn't be able to do what he just did. But like hold on and pull himself up onto the second story of a bus.
It also shows that Carter is crazy because he climbs up it, puts the gun to his neck, like he's just gonna shoot. He's just gonna shoot a guy from like a high up officer from another country who's brought here by the consul.
He is just trying to bullshit him the whole time too. Another thing is it shows how much more physically capable Jackie Chan is because he does this to just up it.
Yeah, he jumps, grabs the Hollywood sign as Chris Tucker is trying to showing off to the tourists.
No trigger awareness whatsoever.
Which is funny because it's literally all like Asian tourists, so I'm sure they did that like as a thing for the movie, because it's Jackie Chan.
Well, I mean, they're in Hollywood, they're in California. That was probably actually very big back then. There's a big Asian community out there. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. And then he jumps off onto the truck with pallets. Luckily, there's a truck with pallets.
Yeah, the mom and the dad have no idea, and they're just yelling at the kid.
Yeah, as he goes in the RV, and then he does this cool roll and goes into the taxi, and then
smooth.
I love this part because Chris Tucker is stealing or I should say, Carter, whatever.
Like,
Carter's
on the bike, pointing his gun at you.
pointing the gun at the guy on the bike, and he smacks his
I
helmet.
always wondered about that. It's like, can they do that?
I don't think they can do that
in real life, because you
He
don't see that.
steals
Get
a
out of the
motor-
car! I need this vehicle.
And he drives the motorcycle like he doesn't know what he's doing. So I'm not sure if they use like another I think there's someone else driving the motorcycle
It
off.
has to be.
But the way he his legs are kind of flailed out, and then he gets on, you're like, I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. And then all of a sudden he can drive it. Then he cuts off the taxi, and this is a cool thing to say. Like the taxi comes out, and you find out pretty quick if so. Me and Miles are martial arts guys. I fought professionally. Miles, we coach at gym. We're both.
They trained in martial arts for a long time now.
I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Miles is about to be a black belt. And then we both do kickboxing. He teaches Muay Thai at Z Team.
Kickboxing, boxing, extensive striking, and grappling.
So then it comes out Gene LaBelle is the taxi driver. Gene LaBelle been in a lot of movies as stunts for a lot, like a stunt. I think he did stunt coordinator for movies.
Stunt coordinator, judo.
Yeah, he's a high level judo guy. So he's like the old guy with the gun. He pulls the gun out at them. They put their hands up, and then you get I was trying to show him Jackie Chan's first English to Tucker. He says, "I was trying to show him how to take a gun from a suspect."
Boom! The gun goes off. That shit always has me dying. I like to let people talk. I like to talk. It makes it easy to see how full of shit
they are.
Another thing about my mom will quote that shit.
So, we're gonna skip through some of this stuff, but this is kind of like the whole when they start to start to get their flow together. Now they both speak English to each other. Chris Tucker's doing the, kind of mocking Jackie Chan as he walks away. He gets in his car. Jackie Chan does a little spin into the car, which always makes me laugh. I'm like, I'm with yo ass. I don't know that little shit.
It's a funny thing too when it comes to all the martial arts action movies and stuff like that. There's probably martial arts action movies that I like more than any of Jackie Chan's movies. But as far as martial arts action stars go, I think he's the best.
Yeah, me too.
Just out of his pure toughness. Yeah. I think when it comes to a real fight, I think he'd probably take a lot of it. Just but the shit that he does, and that motherfucker's tough as nails.
He's tough as nails, dude. I used to have so many of his movies on VHS. I was really into even some of the older ones, like Drunken Master, some of the stunts he does in Super Cop. I always really liked
athleticism of what he's able to do too. It's
I always really like Jet Li, and Jet Li is a good
Li.
Martial artist. But if you're talking fight wise, Jackie Chan's way more muscle, bigger, and definitely way more tough. It's just
way more tough and way more athletic.
Yeah,
he was doing acrobatics and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And you talk about when it talks about hesitation and stuff like that, when he commits to something, he probably wouldn't be hesitant. This motherfucker's jumping off buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah, he probably could be a parkour. He could have done he was doing parkour in movies.
Oh my, yeah.
Before parkour was a thing, most people probably do parkour nowadays are just they're full out just thinking of Jackie Chan when they start doing
fight scenes with real fighters too, like Benny the Jet Urquidez. Right?
Yep. Oh yeah. That was one of my favorite fights in movies.
That dude was a championship level kickboxer, right?
World champion kickboxer. Yeah, you gotta watch him. He's really good. I think he was
I'm gonna go off on a little martial arts tangent here, but I've been really seeing a lot more of the breakdown and differences because when you first start, you see Muay Thai, people just market Muay Thai just because the name, because it's big, it's different, it sounds different, it sounds like a
unique,
more traditional, unique thing, but then they'll teach just basic kickboxing. But there is differences between kickboxing style and Muay Thai style. I like to think of the striking style that we've always come up with, and what I've kind of further gone on with is a good mix of both.
You're
still throwing elbows, knees, we still mess around and clench and stuff like that. But the combo style is very kickboxing.
Yep.
I'm liking to see we're seeing a lot of the Japanese style come out and be the big thing right now in kickboxing, which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I love it.
But I like the combos into the kicks and the movement, and it doesn't have to exactly be fast, but good sharp combinations and good crisp transition.
Yeah.
I love that. It's beautiful to me.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. So a good Thai clinch with those longer kickboxing combos,
long and mid range combos. Yeah,
I like
if
that.
you can mix some
follow more hands, longer hand combos into the kicks is a good kickboxing thing.
The clinch, and then you add in grappling from the stand and takedown type stuff, or even at least to be defend it, and then the bottom and top positions of jiu-jitsu. Add that all together. It's man, that's always the pinnacle. What you're looking for is very hard to get, but it's really cool to think about and try to at least always try to go for it. I have fun training, man. I just
Me too. I want to mention that like I always try and do it on these videos. I'm gonna try to do like always do like the best song drop in the movie, and I got it's really easy in this movie because
oh yeah.
it's the radio when the Jay-Z song comes on when Beach Boys is playing Beach Boys, great American music,
Actually, you know
and
what?
he hits the button.
People might argue that it's War
Ooh, that's a good point.
in
War
this
is up
movie.
there.
But for
War.
me, I gotta say it's Jay-Z too,
I
because I was listening. That song is I was listening to that stuff when I probably shouldn't have been. I remember we were hearing it on the radio, so it was a clean version, and I ended up getting the whole thing on cassette,
yeah.
and that was the unedited version. I was like, oh wow.
I had
It's like,
the like it was like a Rush Hour soundtrack, and I had that one.
you remember
And
movie soundtracks?
movie
You don't see those
soundtracks,
never.
yeah,
You don't
those
see
are crazy.
Yeah, you don't see movie
They
soundtracks
have movie
ever anymore.
soundtracks on Spotify for certain movies. You'll be like, I just like my kids love the K-pop Demon Hunter just because of the song, so I'll play like the
Man,
soundtrack for them.
everyone's telling me about that. I guess I just haven't seen it because I don't have kids.
It's just
But
like
everyone's
it's
telling me
not like
about it.
it's not like anything crazy if you're an adult. Like I don't know. I mean, I didn't love it, but the music is like catchy. So my kids like that, so I'll play that. But after I love that like
Shout
that
out to the
song,
Koreans, by the way.
yeah,
Half.
yeah.
His kids are
My
half.
kids are half. So after the song, we'll play the song comes on. I play that song in the car like all the time. I have it on a playlist, and I think like whenever that song comes on, if someone's in the car with me, which is not always, even
Yeah, I
I
heard
do
that.
to
I
my
was like,
kids.
oh, someone's saying that was
I'll do. Can you do that to the Beach Boys? Hell
Hell
no! I do that to my kid, my son Camden. He's just like, okay. He starts dancing, getting into it. So then we get to like I think it's like goes to the pool scene. The pool scene is like a great
Oh man,
action
this is another
scene.
one.
It's got comedy, action, everything is great.
Crossing
And then
racial barriers on this one.
yeah, we do have the probably something that would never happen now. But we have Jackie Chan saying the N-word. Like listen, it's just funny. It's just funny. He doesn't mean it in a bad way, so it's funny. That kind of stuff. It's not like he's saying it like he knows what it is. He's just saying it.
Friends, it's okay, Chris Tucker.
Yeah, it's funny, and then he beats up everyone in the bar, and it's just a classic Jackie Chan style where he's like never like an ultimate badass. He has like moments of like things hurt, whatever, but he still ends up like kicking everyone's ass. He uses the pool ball, hits a guy in the hand, then he whoops everyone's ass with a stick. I just love it. He's got a great spin kick too.
Man.
Got a great spin kick. And he's just like he can do everything. He can like with weapons, anything like the pool stick. He really does all the stuff with it, which I love weapons stuff.
There's been only like a couple movies where Jackie Chan's been like a super serious character.
Which ones are you thinking?
Oh, I forget the name of it.
think, like-
It came out in mid 2000s when he was older, loses his daughter.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was good though, and I went and saw that in theaters because it was like, Jackie Chan's coming with another movie, and he's playing like a gritty, like serious character. I was like, I'm
not sure if he was he in any of the Expendables.
No, that
he
was
definitely should have been
he
like on the
should've.
early Expendables. Oh yeah, they had Jet Li in it though, right? Jet Li was great in it, but
I feel like
Jackie Chan is a
they
great.
didn't do Jet Li justice in the
Yeah.
Expendables. Movies. It's like, listen,
he's like the best.
he's easily like the longest running and coolest action hero out of all you people.
I love Jet Li.
Like,
We have to do a
I don't
Jet Li.
care
We'll
about
do a Jet Li movie too because I love.
Yeah,
Jet Li.
anybody. I mean, it doesn't matter. Anybody that's using weapons the whole time through the movie to show badass, and they're not like throwing down, like whooping ass, and like with bare hands, like you're not the pinnacle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do love like the way Jackie Chan uses everything in the environment. It's just like a classic Jackie Chan thing.
Yeah, the ones. I mean, it's just because maybe it's like what I prefer myself, but the ones that are more hand to hand and like non-gun related are always going to be some of the cooler ones.
Yeah,
Even though
I agree.
John Wick is an exception because he's like still throwing
Just
like,
mixes it in so well in those movies.
the John Wick movies, he shows he's like, all right.
But Jackie Chan walked, so
The Foreigner.
John Wick could run. Oh, The Foreigner. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that's great.
The Foreigner, that was it. And there was another one that I saw that was he's like trying to like catch like some kind of killer, I think, and I forget what the name of it was, but
let me see it. If you can see it, let us know.
I think I have it on there. Like let me see here.
But I like Jackie Chan's
The Shadow's Edge.
Shadow's Edge.
Yeah,
I actually haven't seen that one.
one.
I haven't
It's
seen that one.
I think most of his movies have been mostly Chinese now, but I did see this the other day. I guess Rush Hour 4 was greenlit.
Yeah, I think Donald
it's got
Trump.
like a
Donald Trump really
yeah,
wants
they
to
said
see
that
it.
Donald Trump was at Park
I don't-
Theresa. I was like, I don't know,
man,
but I
dude,
mean,
if he's gonna unite the country
we're
with
not
Rush
going to
Hour
talk
4,
politics, favorite. But I'm not going to say I am. I'm just going to say I am not unhappy.
ain't
Rush Hour 4.
nobody's upset about Rush
I
Hour
don't care
4.
how old they are. I don't. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me. Like, oh,
Yeah,
they're
it's
too
great.
old. It's like, listen, I'm getting too old, so like, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter to me.
exactly,
I watch it.
exactly.
As much for then, it will be more for me and my generation of people. We'll
Yeah.
appreciate it.
You get to the
I'm not getting old.
it's not getting old, never.
No.
And they get to the next part.
Eternal flame.
I know. I was like, am I old? I'm 34. I was like, oh, I started training 16 years ago.
That's all right.
Crazy. You get to all the cool, like, these FBI agents are bumbling fools. That's what you need to know right away. Is because how can you not like realize this guy comes in and then you throw your guns at him? Like,
All
you
right.
think this dude? Do you think the hostage, the guy, the kidnapper, is just coming like this,
Hey,
or do you think maybe that's Consul Han?
if you know the consulate Han is inviting a high like intelligence Chinese operative, and this dude
you think he
whoops your
couldn't?
ass, he's like, I don't want any trouble, and you pull a gun on him immediately, and he disarms you, whoops your ass,
Doesn't kill you
gently, disarms the gun, says, I don't want any trouble, and then jumps over a wall and takes off. You wouldn't be like, hey, we should probably have this guy's help because he's kind of like a
right away,
superhero.
right
Like
away.
he just spared my life. He's obviously here to do good because he didn't freaking
Yeah,
just
it's
blow
crazy.
my head off.
It's crazy. And how do you not know? It's like right away. How do you not realize there's no way this has got to be the guy?
Yeah,
And then you're
right.
like, and then you're mad at Detective Carter because you couldn't keep him.
Is they don't even believe in him after he does all of this. It's like, yo, if he got past all that, clearly this guy is
Like climbing on the
capable.
fucking roof, coming out the
Right?
window. Sorry. And then when Carter shows up with the tow truck because he stole the steering wheel, and then they're like,
They're mad at him
screw yourself. Like they're mad at him. Like
for not
and
being
he's-
able to
remember, he
contain
says,
this.
I can't. I'm not. What do you say? I'm not Carl Lewis or whatever. He can't. He's like, I can't run and jump, and they're mad at him. Like, you guys all got beat up by this guy. You're mad at him. Like it was one guy couldn't control him, and now you guys are mad at him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dude,
It's
I
crazy
gotta
to-
say, out of all the law enforcement negligence, it's gotta be these. They all show up at the door pointed with a gun. Like,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm surprised that FBI didn't make a post after this came out. Didn't make a statement being like,
Right.
"This is not the way the FBI does
They
things,"
didn't
because
have
this
to.
does not put confidence in me for the FBI.
Right?
I'm like,
It's
all right,
terrible job. And the thing's like, yo, we're embarrassed after this, so we extra can't accept his help. It's like, yo, this guy is more capable
Well, the
than
way
like all
he's-
of you.
The way he spins the gun and puts it back in the holster and gives it to the guy. He always takes people's belts off. It's like in movies. He just like always takes their belt off and takes their stuff off the belt.
Sometimes he'll whip their ass with a belt too.
Yeah, he'll tie him up. Oh, Jet Li does that in
I just talked to my
speaking of belts, like Jet Li, that's something Jet Li would do. Like in a movie we're gonna do because it's one of my favorite movies, but Romeo Must Die, when he takes the guy's belt off. It's like something these guys do. They just take the belt off.
Bro, there's just from this one alone, just talking about this, we already came up with like 10.
Well, we
movies
have so
could
many
review,
we
I'm
can
sure.
do.
Like, yeah. So
We'll do as
many.
many as we can like
So
this.
many.
We are gonna do some where I'm at home, he's here, so we do like two
Yeah.
screens.
Probably do some fight companions too. We found ourselves one too many times, like talking about like saying things that someone should do this or they're about to do this, and the announcer says the same thing or it happens. It's like, all right, we
Yeah.
can, not every time, but I think we've been around it and seen enough. We can make some solid predictions about what's gonna happen. in
Yeah,
some of these
exactly.
fights, you
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah, we're gonna do some of those too. So just in general,
we'll
this,
even set up and do one at the gym sometime.
yeah, we're gonna do some of the gym. We'll have some other people jumping in. I think I could plug another one into here too, another mic into that. So we'll do another one. So yeah, we get to. I want to like kind of go scene by scene. So I want to get to the next part. We're gonna skip over some stuff. The whole movie's great, but we'll skip over scenes as we go because we can talk about every detail of the movie. But you get to like just the whole right away. The next great part is just when Chris Tucker answers the phone. He answers the phone, and it's what's his name? Sang.
He goes to try to stunt on his captain. Let me tell him the details of my new case.
and then
then picks it up and it's Sang.
he does the line. It's Chelsea Clinton. He's like,
Right.
who did you kidnap? Chelsea Clinton. And he's doing like the getting all the bills. You want some fives with that?
Right.
And he's
Trying to
getting
make
all
a
the
joke
bills.
out of everything.
Make a joke of everything. And then he's trying to be like, oh, no, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. He's like,
I don't even work for them. We could split it. Be like, man, like split. What? Shut the
it's crazy.
fuck up. Get
It's so
outta here.
crazy. But it's just great. And we'll kind of skip. We'll talk a little faster the
Also,
next comes up.
We only put 2 beers apiece on the table for this. It's beer. There's gonna be more, so some of us we might have to just get up.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get up and get another
All
one.
right, I'm gonna do that.
Perfect. I'll keep talking through these kind of scenes. So now we get to the meat after this whole phone call conversation. We get to the meat. It's an obvious these FBI agents again are stupid, and they just think that this guy is going to be sitting in the building with the phone. So they all there's a bunch of SWAT officers that show up in the room, answer the phone. They all get blown up. We really skip over that in this movie. I'm gonna hear Miles's response to this when he gets back, but we just really skip over the fact that 20 cops just got blown up and killed, and it's not an important part in this movie at all. We don't bring it up again. We don't talk about it. We just, as a kid, I was like, well, they are stupid, and I just ignored it like it wasn't important. But
That's a
it
great
happens.
Point. It is literally. That's like the biggest thing.
They all
It's like,
die.
Even that, they still try to fight against them on that the FBI. It's like he's the not listen to him. It's like telling them not to go in.
Yeah, and they all just blow up and
They all
die.
just go in and get killed like that. It's like, yo, like that was like the one thing I guess they did where it's like, okay, that's a real villain. They just killed a whole bunch of people, but like, you notice how it's all cut off too, and there's like no one ever around. It's like, when is it ever like that? There's no one on the streets other than them.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, so next, I'm gonna.
It's the subtle unrealistic things. It's not like they're doing superhero stuff like shooting laser beams out their eyes and flying, but it's like this street's empty.
Yeah,
This is like the law enforcement agency. They're doing this. The petty ego is really getting in the way of operations and stuff. Like, it's funny, but hey,
it's great how you make a movie, you make that like LAPD and the Chinese whatever kind of copy is Inspector Lee, you make them like the main, like these guys are even Carter. He's not bad at his thing, you know. He does kind of screw up right here where he's not like getting Jackie Chan's back the best, but he does help him chase down Sang. They both kind of fail. There's a little fight with the axe, and then Tucker comes in and he Jackie Chan's foot goes through the wood and Tucker's running first. Like I love like the fire escape part because it shows like, you know, Sang goes up at normal, pulls it back up, but Jackie Chan doesn't need a fire escape, dude.
Nope, does his
parkours
thing,
up it
and then pushes it back down.
Pushes it back down, and Carter's still like, he's like, I can't get it. He's like, well, I'm not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which is another just great line out of nowhere. I'm not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And then he gets up and they both are running, chasing him after that. And Jackie Chan gets like out of the detonator kind of thing. And we both fall through the floor. I just love.
He's running for his life right now.
I just love it how like it shows that Carter is like a good cop too, because like once he gets the detonator, he knows, all right, I know what to do with this. Let's go see Johnson. So when they go see Johnson, that whole part, like Johnson shows up, and we're watching it as we go, so we're gonna skip through too. So, you get to Johnson and she's doing the test, which this part makes me laugh because she's doing a test, and you would think she's about to die in real life. She's way more nervous in this test, which I know is probably a big deal for her, but you would think like the building's gonna blow up.
Yeah, right. She's more nervous than when she's actually
does it later on when she's young. So Carter like obviously fucks her up or messes her up. Sorry, got another edit. So he messes her up, and right when he is like, you know, he scares her, she clips the long one. And we're gonna get into this when we get to the end, where we get to her actually like doing the detonator on the vest. But we're gonna get into the extreme like things you have to believe in these movies, which I can do. I don't care. I don't mind being like,
oh yeah,
that's not real. This is a movie, but it's fine.
It's the reason why.
It's fine.
Certain things in life are boring. Like, oh yeah, you would go through class.
It wouldn't like I did a Google search on wires I can tell you about in a little bit. But so we get to that whole kind of scene where he messes her up, and then she says C4. It could blow up some C4. It could open up a garage door. It could blow up some C4. So
C4.
So then he goes right away. His brain, I'm gonna go see one of the best secondary characters in the movie. I'm gonna go see Clive. I'm gonna go see Clive again, and we're gonna get like the good back and forth with the the guy who's like letting him in to see like the, I guess, prison guard, cop or whatever, to see Clive. When they talk about buying weed, he talks about, remember the time I got split that bag of weed with you? He's like, remember?
It with you.
Yeah, he's getting.
Did I give you the big half?
Didn't I give you the bigger half? That whole part, which is again just like joke, action,
Just
joke,
shows
a
his
little bit of drama, joke.
Just shows he's in law enforcement, but he's still disconnected and somewhat resentful of
Yeah,
law
yeah,
enforcement. It's
yeah,
weird. It's like,
yeah.
like I don't want to be.
To be real, like, I'm not, Miles smokes weed. I'm not a big weed smoker, but you should be able to smoke weed and be a cop. It's crazy. Like, I guess that's the big difference between 98 and 2025. 98, you go to prison for 40 years. Now you can go buy it at the store.
Yeah, and it's.
I think 25. Technically, it's 26, but it's gonna take me about a month and a half to realize that. I get the year wrong every year. The January, I get it wrong for about a month until I finally figure out which year it is. Oh yeah, it's 2026 now.
2026, my man.
Damn. So yeah, we get to that part, and they're doing like that whole back and forth, and then Jackie Chan has this little dramatic moment because the guy's like, "You want some too?" And then Jackie Chan tells, first off, Clive is thinks he's like, I don't know how he thinks he's so tough after he got dropped with a gun to Chris Carter's head earlier in the movie. He spins around, knocks him out like that, or drops him. And he still thinks he's like super tough.
So I'll give you all you want. I'm like, nah, dude.
You're gonna get destroyed. So, yeah, Carter does the whole Su Yung, and then he ends up giving info, tells Miss Juntao, which kind of rings through, and, Lee's like, all right, I know that name, I know the organization, or I guess it's like a name for a crime where they don't really know the face. Sorry, I had to hiccup. That's the Zen in the beer. It's gonna happen.
Bottom of the glass. We're getting there, and it's like it's a progression.
Yeah. So so we get to that whole situation, and then you can skip through it too if you want. We get to like the real, like, they're gonna go, they're gonna like keep going this investigation, and they decide to like they find out about the Clive tells them the name of the, I don't know if he even says Juntao, but he tells them the name of the,
he does
say Juntao, right? And he says the name where to find them. He tells them the name of the Chinese restaurant. So they're going to the Chinese restaurant, but when they get there, they have to have their little like camaraderie moment.
Well, now
is
great.
Right,
we got to embellish on this part of the movie real quick before we go on. But this is another one of the parts of the movie where it's like, all right, this really, really sets the tone going forward for these people. Like how the bond between Carter and them, just like the music, and then like teaching each other this stuff, and then there's like the common struggle that they go through. I mean, and then what it amounts to, but this is like another one of like the classic scenes of the movie, was them being at the Chinese restaurant and stuff before, and then like a lot of the jokes, I'm no punk bitch, like just stuff
we're gonna
like
get to that. We're gonna get to that. That's so. Right now, I'm gonna put up for my nomination. When we get to the end, we can kind of go, but we can do it as we do it. Nomination, I want to have it. We're always gonna have a nomination for best side characters with like one scene, 2 scenes or less.
Oh wow!
It's got to be Chin.
It's got to be Chin in this one.
Chin, who's the guy who's working at the little side window in the Chinese restaurant right there before they go into the actual Chinese restaurant. It's like the little other Chinese spot.
Yeah. Whole second is like the one that kicks Carter in the face. He's like, "Which one gonna kick me?" He's like, "Me."
Yeah, that's a great thing.
Yeah,
but Chin is like, he's like, he says his name, and then so now it's like in my head. Anytime I hear Chin, I think of this guy.
I've never found either. I mean, places have eel. I've seen that. You have it on the sushi.
Camel's hump.
I've seen camel's hump.
Camel's hump, dude. I've never wanted camel's hump more. I've had eel. I used to work at a Chinese restaurant, and we had some weird stuff there, like because they would have different food than like what they would sell. So I had like chicken feet, and I had some stuff there when I was in like 9th grade, but they never had camel's hump. So I don't know how real that would be. I don't know. I was told by the owner when I used to work. This is not me like a racist thing, but he just did say it. He lived in China. He said he had a monkey, which to me sounds crazy. That's like a human to me. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So
I don't know. There's certain things I'm not eating.
He said it wasn't good though. So, Yeah, I think that says it all.
It wasn't. Yeah, I didn't think so.
But yeah, that whole scene with them, and then they get to talking about the investigation, and then they do the little like, all right, they're scoping the place out, and then they do the whole like they see Sang going in, and then they go in. But before that, we get to this. We do the whole like we get like the like you said, probably the runner up or maybe for most people the second like best song drop in the movie, which is War.
Oh yeah.
They do that whole war dance, and they do the and then they like do the whole like
gun away.
Jack Chan shows him some stuff like the katas, and then Chris Tucker's doing the
how to dance and sing and do.
He's doing the spin, Michael Jackson, and he's doing then they learn the gun. Again, a lot of things in this movie come back later. He shows him the gun disarm, which happened in the early movie. He does it to him. He shows him how to do it. He does the first one where he fails and it's like pointed at him. But then it comes back later on when he does it to save Soo Young. We get into the restaurant, and again, we get the Chris Tucker goes in there.
Like a place we would walk into on a late night out in Boston.
Yeah, yeah. We used to go to Chinatown all the time when we were younger.
Wish those girls like that working that, though. That'd be crazy.
So he's doing the whole. I just love like right away where he's like doing his. I almost think of it like Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cops, where he's doing like this whole like. Like bullshit and he's really good at like the bullshit and stuff where he's like, I'm Mr. Juntao's lawyer. He doesn't know anything about Juntao.
Nothing.
I'm just dropping the name. Like this is like a major crime organization boss name. There's a whole organization named after it, but we're gonna say, I'm here to see. I'm Mr. Juntao's lawyer.
I'm his lawyer. Yeah,
he's gotten into some legal shit again. I'm here. He's like, I got kids at home crying. I'm always with home with the kids. They're crying, shitting everywhere.
So I'm the guy to bring it over. So it's like,
yeah, he brings the food going by, grabs it. No, that's gross. Which to me is rude because it probably was great. It looked great.
It looked great. It looked like it was regular lo mein.
It's just lo mein. It's just straight lo mein.
There's another thing too. Consider ourselves Chinese food connoisseurs.
Oh, we are experts.
Some Chinese food.
We've been everywhere.
All right.
Miles gonna take over for like 30 seconds, like I'm blowing my nose and not on camera.
Love Chinese food, from the good takeout spots close to home, to the nice dining spots, to the late night Chinatown spots. It's always a good time. But yeah, this is like I said earlier, this is like one of the movies for us that's like, everyone has those like little things that bond a friendship, inside jokes, and this is just like one of those for us. Like all the movies with just all the inside jokes and the lines. If it's just a line that applies to life.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
It's just one of those things we always quote. Out of all the buddy cop movies, this is easily our favorite one, our favorite series. Two being
series, yeah, because the second one is God tier.
Rush Hour 2 is great. It already had a really good, strong basis to set up, and they were going to China, and it just seemed like there was this. Rush Hour 2 just felt a little more grand, like how things are supposed to go.
Also, I didn't notice right away until like later on in the series, but they try to like drug his tea. I didn't realize that until way later on. They try to drug his tea.
Yeah, that's kind of when they just gloss over it because he puts it down and they don't drink it because he recognizes Soo Young's necklace, so he doesn't drink it.
He kind of smells it a little bit. You can tell right away, like, oh, okay, that's one of those things where as a kid, I probably didn't notice that until like, I think I watched it a couple weeks ago and I was like, oh yeah, they tried to drug his tea. I don't even remember that. Yeah. So then, yeah.
Yeah, and they face no comeuppance for that.
Yeah, nothing.
You don't understand nothing.
Just she screams and he pulls the necklace off. So we get the first Tucker and Sang meet when he goes up as like the lawyer. He does like the famous, he's standing there and then he gets kicked in the face and does that whole thing, which is just like the whole scene is great. The whole comedy's great. And this is the first like, because earlier in the movie, Jackie Chan just beat up all those guys in the bar when Tucker was in the other room talking to his cousin or whatever. This is the first time they kind of fight together, which I think is like, in the second one, they have some good ones too. This is like, for sure. This is like one of like this is the first one where you're like, all right, these guys like, they're fighting together. They're punching, they're grabbing each other's hands, and Tucker's throwing a freaking kick. It's like, all right, these guys are awesome. And then they have to
Tucker, Carter, yeah, it's like we said,
Tucker, Carter. I'm gonna be doing it the whole time. I don't care. It is what it is.
It be what it be. Yeah,
be what it be. Yeah, so Carter does the whole, he does the kick. They're both kicking each other. You know, they get kicked in the face. And he says, what did he say? And then he first walks
The best
in.
before is the hands him the ID. He's like, yo, just show him ID. He's like, this isn't going to work. I'm not 6'1". That's the real difference.
That's the fact that you're not a black dude with a mustache.
Even he
And
doesn't
an
look like
afro.
that, right? With the freaking...
With the afro. I love that picture they did. I'm like, that's kind of, it's a real. I'm like, what did they just put? Did they just like put a fake afro and a mustache on him, or was it like an old photo? It looks like it was like they just did a fake mustache, fake afro, or at least a fake afro on him and took a picture. And goatee kind of thing, you know? Oh, I love that. So and it's funny when he's like, "Who kicked me?" And then he's like, "Gonna fight." Then he just like backhands this other guy.
Tries to backhand. He's like, yeah, this will work. He hits one guy that gets fucking up.
Who has nothing to do with it. He didn't even kick him. It's the wrong guy.
Next scene, they all got him. He's just done.
And just the and he Sang does again, all the callbacks in the movie are great. He does the thing, says you're bleeding. He
Wipes
puts up
yourself off, you're bleeding.
You're bleeding, which comes back again later.
The dude that played Sang, I don't know his name either, but
I got it for you.
what's his name?
I'm gonna say it completely
There you
wrong.
go. He's got low man and egg rolls. Jackie Chan's walking in. That's making me hungry.
All right, so yeah, that's Ken Lang.
He's been in a decent amount of movies too.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull.
He was actually in X-Men: The Last Stand. He was Spike.
Yeah, he's Spike. Good call, dude. I wasn't even gonna think of that until you said it.
Spike
Damn,
was a
that's a good
black dude.
call.
I remember, I think X-Men Evolution was a series that introduced that character.
He's in a bunch of movies I haven't seen. He was in the original Saw, which is crazy. I don't know exactly what.
I wonder if he got murked in that movie.
Probably got murked.
Probably, there's a good chance.
He was in Red Dragon again. So again, this
wow,
whole like
maybe.
kind of connection to the director.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, because I didn't know that.
Because Red Dragon was later. So
I don't think I saw that movie fully, but
it's actually really good. I
Philip
like
Seymour Hoffman was amazing.
so good. Philip Seymour Hoffman is a top
rest
3
in
favorite actor of mine. I love him.
He's great, and you know what?
Almost Famous. Have you ever seen Almost Famous?
One of my favorite roles for him was in Along Came Calling.
Oh, he's so good in that movie. He's so good. Like these like side characters that steal the movie.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
Have you seen Almost Famous? It's one of my favorite movies.
No,
Have you seen it?
is that the?
I watched it a few weeks ago. It's become my favorite movie.
No,
One of my favorites. It's like about the rock band. So this kid's like a rock critic, and he falls around this like random rock band. And Phil Seymour Hoffman is like a rock critic who's like kind of mentoring this kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, this band, he's like nerdy kid. He's like 15. He goes on tour with this band. Kate Hudson's in it, and she's kind of hot, and he's like into her, but she's kind of like a what's it called, a groupie. And so he falls, and he just has like this monologue, like in the middle to like the end of the movie. He's got this monologue. It's like famous, and he's like on the phone talking to this kid, like leaving a message or whatever. He's like, "Listen, told you they're not your friends." You know, tell him all this stuff, and it's just so good. He's so good in everything he's in. He makes every movie a little better. Like he's in like the one what's the one with Matt Damon? He's in that one. I should know the name of it. No.
Was he in that one?
I don't think he wasn't in Born, but you know the movie with Matt Damon where he's kind of like the killer, the weird kind of guy who's like still like
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Talented Mr. Ripley. He kills Philip Seymour Hoffman's the guy. Kind of is like figuring it out.
I've never seen that movie.
It's a good movie, but just every scene with him, and then he's like the best villain in any Tom Cruise movie. Tom Cruise, the 3rd Mission Impossible movie. He has like the best. Like every time he goes to 100, he's the best at it. You know, when he gets like intense.
Yeah.
And he's talking about killing the wife and everything like that. It's just he's so good. So yeah, we get at the end of this like kind of this Chinese restaurant scene. You get to like the whole them running out, all the cops show up, and you're like, all right, these guys are in trouble again because they messed up the deal, even though the deal was not going to happen the way they like expected. You know,
no.
So
the first one when they blew up 20 freaking officers, it's like, oh, we're gonna do it again now.
Really, if you think about it, Carter and Lee are the most American. They're not backing down to terrorists. You know, they're gonna like
we're not negotiating with terrorists.
We're catching these people. You're not giving all your money to these people. $50 million? No way. No 5s, no 10s, no 20s.
Nothing. And they go dragged in, they walk of shame here, they get reprimanded. It's like, oh, now the down part, but before the final act.
This is what they have in both the first 2 at least, and definitely the 3rd one too, is they have this like kind of like them being like Now they're gonna be getting separated. You know what I mean? Tucker's
Yeah,
gone,
the
staying in
defeat,
America.
you know, but yeah.
Which, as a kid, let me just tell you, like, not really so much in this movie, but just in movies in general, I always hated this kind of part in every movie. I mean, it's just good. I guess it's part of like why it was in there, right? You know, every time like the negative thing were like the fall of the heroes, and you're like, ah.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
come on, get back
ah,
up.
come
Yeah,
on.
right. It's the thing, you know, that's natural.
And mostly they would always like, you know, like in this movie, Chris Tucker does something that Agent Carter, Chris Tucker does something that would never happen nowadays, but he just like completely sneaks onto the airplane as a fake
Yeah.
guy working on the plane, and which is just a whole great scene, but it's not. This is 98, so this is before 9/11. Would never be possible, even remotely
No.
possible. In my head, I'm like, I guess it was possible in 98. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. So he does the whole. He's like, we got power with the left engine. He's like, so he
They
stops the
listen to
airplane,
him?
and they listen to him, which is crazy. Like they don't know who works on the plane. That just says it all right there. They have no idea. And he stops the plane, and they have like their like first real, I guess, like heart to heart kind of thing, where he talked about like each other's father and stuff, and he's like, you know, he does the whole he's like, your father, you think that your father died for nothing? And he's like, you proved me wrong. And just right there is like, it's a stupid cheesy line, but it, like their camaraderie is great. It kind of shows like their chemistry is so good right there. You're like, all right, I believe it. I believe this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like you're my Chris Tucker to my Jackie Chan. I'm
Like,
Jackie Chan.
that Chinese restaurant, you realize who the bad guy was like halfway.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He
You
shows
find out
up
that
again later.
yeah,
Like,
and then
he's
you're like,
still
oh, it is
friends.
Griffin. It is Griffin.
He's
It's the rich white man, always him. Like in the second one. Yeah, so we get to that. We go to them being he gets Jackie Chan, kind of gets him like reinvigorated to like, all right, let's go do this.
Let's go do this. Yeah, then that's when they get his partner back. What's her name? I can't.
Johnson.
Johnson with the C4 thing. That's when it comes back, and it's like,
yes. Now they're all going to the name of it, like the gala or whatever, the Chinese expo. Yeah, it's the expo, right? So we get to the expo.
Expo.
We're going to the expo with all these Chinese artifacts that they got back from Juntao. And obviously, it's all Griffin's stuff that he wants. To be real with you, he's like, I collected all these beautiful pieces. And I'm just like, why do you want to collect these pieces?
Yeah, what for, really?
If you're selling them, I get it. But if you just collecting them,
did the British have some kind of like stake in China? I don't know.
Well, that's the whole
history was.
That's good to throw that back. That's why he's in Hong Kong. So he's like some kind of cop or whatever in Hong Kong. The British in Hong Kong had a lot to do.
Yeah, they were still there for a while. They left after something. I don't know.
Yeah, something happened later on.
I remember reading about it, or someone telling me about it.
But in 98, like back then, they were involved in Hong Kong for sure. It was like a real thing. That's why it makes sense that they get this British like aristocrat in Hong Kong
pissed off because he's like, I wanted these artifacts because of, well, I don't know.
Which again,
they never really explained Juntao's motives other than that.
It's just the British stuff. They always want shit.
They
always want stuff they can't have. You know, they gotta be in India. They gotta be in Hong Kong. They gotta be everywhere. I guess which is kind of America too now, but we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. We'll skip over that because this is a friend in a bar podcast. This is about just movies and entertainment. But so then we get to the whole like Consul Han's doing like this, like the guy who plays Consul Han, which I think I have up in here. He does a great job at like showing emotion right here, which I think like a lot of people forget. I haven't seen this
guy in too much. I can only think of him in 3 movies. This one, Rush Hour 3, for the little bit he's in it, and what was that movie called? The one with Tom Hanks when they're like heist. They're trying to do a heist and they're like some old woman's house. It's like it was a really weird movie.
I'm just gonna pull this guy up. Keep talking.
What was the name of that movie? I get it.
So Consul Han,
they weird. Man, he was like a general or something. But he was like a serious.
I'm gonna say the name wrong, but it's Tzi Ma, so maybe Zima. Yeah, he was in a lot of like it's a lot of like Chinese kind of. So he's in Rush Hour 3, Rush Hour 1. He's in
I figure out what movie that
so what we
was.
call Kung Fu. He's on the new Mulan, which I never watched because I heard it was awful.
Yeah, I never
Even though
watched that one
I
either.
loved the cartoon version as a kid,
Yeah,
but
that was a classic.
even though it was like it was crazy, but I loved it. But yeah, he's always not in a lot of stuff from what his Wikipedia said. Not in a lot of stuff, but I think he did a really good job in that. Just showing some emotion,
I have to look up the name of that movie now because
Like
it's gonna drive me.
it's like I gotta do it. I gotta do a thing at this expo. Let me just say, this guy's like really rich. I get it. I'm not doing no like speech at an expo when my kid is kidnapped. Not happening.
Yeah, right.
Not this expo is not happening. I don't. You can wait. We can reschedule a couple weeks. They reschedule everything. You think anybody cares about this Chinese expo in L.A.? No. Gonna reschedule this until
Artifact.
I can get my kid back. And let me just tell you, like, Griffin, he just like full out like when they do this whole thing, it's ending. Chris Tucker does a great job, or Carter does a great job, just like the way he gets everybody out. He just gets everybody out of the expo by just being. He's like, he says like, oh well, whoever's got something to lose is gonna stay, and he does a good job of just being himself, just being the loud guy in the movie to get everybody out right away.
Yeah.
Just gets everyone out of
Did you
there.
hear what I said?
Titty, titty, titty. Which again, it's just funny. It's just great. I know, whatever. And then this is the part where we were talking about earlier. We're talking about saying, pointing like the little, I guess I call it Uzi or little like what are those machine gun called? Those little machine guns.
I think it was
like
Uzi. Yeah.
Uzi, right? Those little
Yeah.
half machine gun thing, which you always see in movies. The way he holds that at Lee and he's shaking, like I'm like, this guy's not ready for this.
No, he's all
emotional. He's way too emotional to be like the right hand man.
I can't find the name of this movie. It's killing
To
me.
Jin Tao. Which are you still on the Mel Gibson movie?
No, the one with the dude that the councilman.
Yeah, with Mel Gibson, you said, right?
No, Tom
Hanks. Oh, I have no idea. It's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, you should Google that and find it for yourself because neither of us know that movie. What was it about?
Yeah, it was like a real it was like a weird comedy movie, but these like group of like thieves like try to drill in from like this old woman's basement to like rob like some place. I forget what the name of the movie was.
Was it Tower Heist?
No,
It's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
that's also I think
Ben
was directed.
Stiller.
I think that was directed actually by the guy we're talking about right here. The same
Who else
director.
was in that movie?
I don't know. But yeah, I'll keep talking and you keep looking. Just give it a couple minutes. If you can't find it, don't worry about it. We'll put an amendment at the end. So we get this whole again. We get like Sang flipping out, and then Tucker sneaks off, and he's Tucker, vice versa. He sneaks off, and he gets Su Young and Johnson, and he does again. The disarm comes back. He disarms the guy, and then he disarms him, knocks him out, and the way he like knocks him out with the gun, he says. It's like he like holds it for a second and then hits him and like drops the guy and then he's about to pull the vest off because he's one of the dumbest people ever apparently. He's just I'm gonna rip this vest off and she says no. He's I think it'd be better if we take it off and she said I think they said it will explode. He says I think it's better if we leave it on.
Right?
And then he brings her in. He drives through again with the van because he doesn't care. He drives through with the van. He's got the whole. This is like I think the actress who played Su Young does a really good job too. Like she does a good job throughout the movie, like showing like with Jackie Chan in the beginning, running from the guys. She like does a good job as like a kid actress showing emotion. Like she does the whole like Chris Tucker with him. She does it with him. She does the whole push the button.
The Lady Killers.
Lady Killers.
That was the name of that movie.
I don't remember that movie. I'll have to put that on my list.
It was an interesting one. It was a weird
remember
movie.
that one.
But God, thank goodness I found
He's
that.
in it. All right, he's in that movie. So yeah, she does the whole push the button, and then he grabs her, pulls her back in.
Yeah, it takes off and they just open fire and Chris Tucker's oh shit.
He dives pretty good though. Pretty good dive. I'm sure there's a stuntman in there, but pretty good dive behind the thing so they don't get shot. And then this is like the Johnson taking the bomb off, which is where this is really where I wanted to get to. Let me just tell you that I can Google this. They don't make when they make a bomb, they don't make the wires the same. They make the wires one color. The way they do it when they know is they'll like tag it, you know, like you put a little tag or something, this one, and they do it. They're not making it like 3 different colors so they know the color to cut.
Yeah.
That's not how they do it. But it's just perfect in
I like
movies.
he walks in and just freaking caps like
Mhm.
4 officers, no
Oh yeah,
problem.
oh yeah. Well, he's a cop, I guess, right? So yeah, he just goes in and shoots everybody, and somehow doesn't kill the FBI agent, even though it looks like he's dead, but he just again apparently shoots him in the shoulder and he lives. And she does the whole apparently you always cut the red wire.
I did not know that.
Or was it the blue wire that she cuts? I don't remember. It's green, red, and blue. So she does the whole violets are red. You know, violets are red. Blue, yeah, she cuts. Yeah. So she
cut
cuts
the green one.
cut the green one. Yeah. So she cuts the wire. And then they can take the vest off. And then, for some reason, Inspector Lee decides to take his jacket off, give it to Soo Young, and take
the bomb.
the
It's
bomb.
like, hey, let's just leave it in this truck and get the heck out
Why
of
don't,
here.
why don't we take the bomb and we put it somewhere super safe? Instead, I'm going to bring it to Carter. And he says, "What's that?" That's a bomb. And you just get like the right away. He's like, "Get that and go. Yeah, go bring it to Juntao. Go bring it to Juntao." And we get that whole scene right there. And there's some really cool stunts in this whole action scene. And
Yeah, you know what? Why does he keep the bomb with him the whole time? I never understood that.
Oh yeah, the guy's trying to
Like,
shoot
so
him.
I never understood. I never thought about it. It's
I'm
like,
also
why
telling
does he hold the explosives the whole time?
I'm also telling you, I'm pretty sure he blocks a gun with the gun.
He
bomb.
does.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way. They could have just shot him. I don't think it blows up from a gunshot. But hey, what do I know?
I mean, I'm not.
Who would test it? I guess.
Right?
I guess I wouldn't test it.
Maybe someone shot one from a distance. So we gotta go on YouTube and figure it out.
And he beats up these guys while he saves like the artifacts, and then the artifacts still end up getting shot with the machine gun, which is just a great action. Like this is like
Classic Jackie Chan.
yeah, these are the great Jackie Chan action.
I like
scenes.
how they start doing it because they know he's gonna try to like catch it too.
He's holding them. They hit him like 3 times in the stomach. He throws it up.
Straight up roundhouse kicks him right in the gut.
This is the part what I really, really like is when he catches it and he's got these guys all around him and he does like the we call it the shoe shine in kickboxing, but he does like the where he hits like multiple guys in the face like 4 times while his back's on it right there. He just hits them and hits them like 3 times each, and then he puts it back up, runs away, he gets shot.
He gets shot.
Which is like great, like the Jackie Chan isms, like all like just like the as he runs away. I love the part next we get to this whole action scene and we get the Chris Tucker killing Sang, which is great because he does the whole they does the whole they fight like a man. They both drop the gun. Carter jumps back and has a gun obviously on his ankle.
I think Sen pulls one from behind his back.
Yeah, he pulls him behind his back. And Chris Tucker, he drops back. And this kind of shows that he's like actually really good because he just like shoots him as he's falling he's got, you can see my foot. He's got the gun right here, his ankle, and he can shoot him in midair.
Man, just not to blow his own toes
Yeah, not
off.
his own blown. And he kills him, goes over, and then he does the callback, which the callback, wipe yourself off. You're dead, which I love.
It's a reminiscence of the you just got knocked the out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, censor that one too.
It's all right. Yeah, it's from Friday. Yeah.
You know, so Sang gets taken out. You thought Jackie Chan Sing would have a throwdown, but that's how he gets taken out. And Jackie Chan's standoff is with freaking Juntao.
Yeah. It's also it shows like Jackie Chan is climbing up the rafters. Again, these are all like stunts that he's done. He's like walking on this rafter with like 2 feet, and it's like a circular cube, kind of like a cylinder, or whatever column. And he's walking on it to get to Griffith. Griffith shoots at him, or Juntao, whatever you want to call him. He shoots at him, and you're like, dude, you were great at shooting against the FBI agents when they're 3 feet, but now you're just hitting the post. He's trying to hit him with the money, which is crazy to me. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
And he falls over. He's lost everything.
He falls over. He's hanging. This was like, I don't know how they did this stunt, but like, all right, this is the strongest person ever, because he's just holding him up on the column with his hands on the column, hold himself up as the vest slowly rips. The vest rips. He falls to the ground. He's still holding that column, like barely.
Got it. Yeah.
And then we got to have
my forearms burn just thinking about it.
We got to have some comedy. Right? I know. We did jiu-jitsu yesterday. 3 rounds in, my forearms were burning for some reason.
You know, I like
I
how
was-
that doesn't set the bomb off either. You know, just
Oh
like
yeah, falling all the way to the water, didn't do anything.
maybe it's because it's some, I don't know.
Big splash, and then
Jackie
we get
Chan's holding on there now.
well, we gotta get the comedy right where it's Carter, help!
I
And he
need help.
says,
He's holding on about to fall to his death,
and
and
he
he
says-
still has time to bust a joke real
he
quick.
says, I'll be right back. But in my opinion, if I was in that situation, I'd be like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
It's over.
yeah.
But of course, they have because it's a movie, which is great. There's a giant scroll, so he pulls the scroll out, and I'd love to see
It's like
how
each
they did
movie
the
has the
stunt.
big stunt at the end.
Yeah,
There's
I would love to
each
see
movie
how
has
they
a big
did the stunt. But I'm sure they had safety precautions, pad and all that stuff. But he definitely like just jumped to this padding thing and swung in. You know,
he does it.
It shows him
he's
falling from the ceiling,
Like,
yeah.
he's really doing that. There's
Yeah.
just no way.
so he falls
like-
to the thing and slides, and then I'm sure there's some cuts right here because it shows him sliding into Chris Tucker or Carter, and the way he like falls on top of him, and then he just gives him the kiss, which just makes me laugh every time I see it. What the hell are you doing?
I'm just being polite. How polite is that?
Be polite to my nuts. I mean,
But then we get the reunion, you know, the father and daughter. Lee's back at the studio where she hits him for saying, you know, you took too long. And all's well that ends well. We all love these kinds of endings, right?
yeah, we love it, and we love
Of
the,
course, you want to see that.
and it gets even better because Carter is going on the plane with Lee
To
to
China.
China, which is the best start of a movie ever. Is Rush Hour 2 in China.
And
It
see,
goes
this is
back
back
to
at the
it goes
time,
back
is
to Vegas.
Back then, when you first see this and you know what's happening, it's like when we saw this, it's like, are we gonna get another one? Are they gonna have it?
Gotta do another one.
Now that we knew it was, and then
I mean,
Rush
I was-
Hour 2 came out, and you're like, we gotta go see this.
Yeah,
and
I mean-
it was just too good.
I think
I
I
was-
was
we
I
went
was
And you know,
7 when this movie came out. So, but I'm pretty sure I watched it on VHS when it came out. So, like Rush Hour 2 came out. That was like my
I went and saw this.
prime.
I think I saw this in
years.
theaters when I was a kid with like
I like
a
the way you said
different
theaters. You
time.
said theaters.
Yeah.
Extended that. Yeah, dude, it was so good. I definitely saw like me, my brother, my dad. This is like the Rush Hour movies were definitely movies we loved.
Yeah.
Me and my brother had them. We would watch them all the time. Just
Good,
loved them.
You know, I mean, like these are the best buddy cop movies.
Which
to me.
is
I think
why
the
we-
only other one comparable is like Lethal
Yeah.
Weapon. I love these movies way more.
Tucker has to do the whole middle finger to the FBI because he's staying at LAPD. Because
That was a great scene
it
though.
was
After
great.
that, you see how negligent those FBI.
Yeah, it's like, why do I want to work here? You guys can't do anything.
LAPD, even though
It's
they
like-
resent me too. But
Yeah, you guys can. Yeah, maybe they'll like him a little more now. You'd think they would probably be like, all right, this guy's the man.
yeah.
That's why I let him do a big vacation. Either that, or he's gonna pay. Yeah, or he's gonna pay suspension. Either one. But yeah, then he goes in the plane. They do a couple little jokes, and they're going to China. And this just sets up Rush Hour 2, the best comedy of my life, my favorite. I mean, I know there's like really good like radar comedies. There's all these.
I gotta say,
This
Rush
is
Hour.
PG-13, and like you can make a great PG-13 comedy without like a million f-bombs, million tit shots, all that stuff, and still make it one of the best comedies.
Yeah.
It's just front to back hilarious. Just like Rush Hour 1, it gets like the camaraderie, the heart, it has all of it. The chemistry between these two characters.
And then, of course, at the end, the credits after they call back to war, obviously Jackie Chan starts singing, which
Yep.
was a big thing of him growing up in the opera house back in the day too.
Yeah. He's a
Matter
good
of fact,
singer. Good singer.
In the Chinese version of the animated Mulan, I think he sings the whole Dark Side of the Moon song there. You know, that was Jackie
didn't know
Chan.
that.
Yeah.
Bust some
But,
knowledge on me.
yeah. I think he voiced, what is it, Lee, whatever his name, what the character. He voiced the character in the Chinese
Which one?
version.
The captain?
The captain, the young.
He's
yeah.
played by it's like a white dude.
No, I'm talking about the Chinese.
yeah, but in
Oh,
the original like English version,
yeah, I know who it
he's
was.
played by no, it's a notable name. I can't think of it right now. I have to Google
Yeah,
this.
this, yeah. But of course, at the end of the movie, we have, and this is like a Jackie Chan movie thing because it was even like some of his other movies, like
Oh, he always
but he
did.
always has the outtakes and stuff.
Always
like
has the
stunts,
outtakes.
But this one's more of like the comedy outtakes and not so much of the stunt outtakes.
They have a
It's-
few stunt ones, like
like
you
this
know,
one
around
right
the
here,
wall right
the
here.
wall.
He kind of like jumps up it,
Dude,
falls
one of
down.
my favorite ones for this is like I may be my favorite Jackie Chan movie of all time is Who Am I? I love that. We got to review that one.
Ooh, that's a great one.
movie.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. That'd be good because it'd be one of the ones I have to rewatch for the first time in 15 years.
That's a really
So if we do some Jackie Chan movies that I haven't seen in a while, those are good.
There's just so many different things
We have to do Drunken Master because it's one of the ones where as a kid I have it all. It's like the worst subtitle, the worst like dub. You know, it's all dubbed. But like the fights in those movies are crazy.
They're
like
so
the
good.
end fight scenes where he's fighting this guy on the lava, on the coals or whatever is crazy good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to
Under
think
the
of this
Train,
guy.
that one.
Yeah, so Donny Osmond is the guy who plays Lee.
Really?
Donny Osmond, one of the Osmond brothers, like the singers and all that.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So he does. So yeah, he does it. Actually, I love that song. You know,
Oh yeah.
I love the make a man out of you, the business
To defeat
the
Hun.
Huns. I love that, dude. It's so good. Oh man.
Everyone
All
loves
right.
that shit. But yeah, man, and the thing is, at the end of this movie, I'll never forget it too. It cuts in right when the freaking outtakes and all the bloopers are over. It's got to come in with some music. Who remembers good old Cisco? Friggin' Drew
Cisco, yeah.
Hill.
Yeah, true.
How Deep Is Your Love for Me was the end song for this freaking
That's
movie.
great. All
It
right,
just
so
cuts in.
let's do a quick little thing here. So, who do you think, like, if you're saying like, who's like the best in the movie, whether you say like the director did the best, which actor did the best, who would you say was like the best in the movie? Who made the movie?
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. Yeah, I'm gonna say. I really want to say Chris Tucker because he's like the comedic core of the movie, but for me, it's just gonna be Jackie Chan. He's always like number one for me. He's the best. So it's Jackie Chan as well.
Yeah, it honestly, I mean, if you really do one, it is the culmination of both of them.
Yeah,
what they
together,
bring.
it's almost hard to pick
But
one. You
it's
could
honestly-
probably just say both.
The
of them
reason I
together.
say Jackie Chan is because of the ability to do the stunts and the martial arts side to be the serious side, but his ability to he always had that comedic. Oh, I hurt my.
Yeah, because it's like I just think
He's funny, so he adapted with it well.
Yeah, it was great. I just think together, like Jackie Chan could have done a less good movie, but still an okay movie with like another funny comedic star.
Yeah.
You know, he did a good one with Owen Wilson. That one was pretty good. It won't be the same,
No.
but like Chris Tucker with like Jet Li would not work because you had to have that guy who can do the martial arts stuff, but also can really do a good job with comedy.
Yeah.
There's really no like Chinese martial arts guy.
And
You know,
I will say this too with the Shanghai Nights or Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights. Chris Tucker was easily a way better like comedic partner.
Yeah, yeah.
I love
those movies are good.
I
This
love
first
Owen
one's
Wilson.
great. Owen Wilson is a good
I like
job.
those movies. I like
It's a
Shanghai Nights
different
and Shanghai
thing.
Noon,
It's
but it's-
different, but yeah.
This is just like if you were to put this like on a scale of 1 to 10, Rush Hour is like a 9, where like Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights is like a 6, 7 maybe. Like
Okay, let's
I'd say
get your favorite. We already talked favorite side characters. Mine is both of ours is Chin with a honorable mention to the guy who kicks him in the head.
kicks him in the face. Yeah.
And does the whole line. It was me.
If it was gonna be anybody else, it's gonna be his. It's probably gonna be Carter's cousin there in the red suit
Right.
there.
What's your favorite action sequence, whether it's a fight or it's a stunt?
My favorite action sequence probably the chase there.
Yeah, all right.
Remember
So
how
the
the
chase
movies have,
on
like,
the
the
chase on
chases?
Sang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Especially
agree.
because it was a foot chase.
I
There was
like
always a
that
car
part.
chase or a foot chase, but like that one was.
Yeah, I
like,
think my favorite action sequence was the first time they fight together in the restaurant. Also, like for stunt wise, I just really like the way he runs up the wall. The other one's gonna crush him, so
yeah.
I can kind of separate those. But like fight, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be restaurant. Stunt for me, it's gonna be that. I do like when he falls on the scroll, but it's still not my. I still think the other one's really cool. It's cool to start the movie off like that. Is cool.
I already know my favorite.
Your favorite
So
line
it's a
is the rush
funny
hour.
one to
What's your
say.
favorite comedic?
Bit. Probably the whole part at the start when like there's like the language barrier that isn't really there. And Jackie Chan is just smiling at him when he's saying stuff.
Yeah.
That shit was
I would say like I like all of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker's sequences together, but I'm still gonna think my favorite, like just because it makes me laugh the hardest. Maybe because I'm 34 now. Just the whole mayor, the whole "you're gonna make you mayor." I'd rather you didn't. It makes me laugh really, 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 really hard. So I'm gonna do that.
freaking exhausted. I'm tired of this guy. I'd rather you didn't get the hell out of
All
my
right.
house.
So now I have this category, but we don't even have to do it because it's kind of a waste. But it's like rate this movie in the comedic buddy cop pantheons. I mean, 48 Hours. There's all these movies that are like considered like the best. Like 48 Hours probably considered number one, but for us, this is obviously number one.
Number one.
This is easily number one. It just is what it is. Maybe it's because we're not from the 80s. We're not born in the 80s, but it just
Even
is.
then, man, it's like, come on.
This is just the funniest.
This is definitely up there.
And then I said favorite quotes, and then obviously yours is it's Rush Hour.
No problem. It's Rush Hour.
Yeah, for me, it's gonna be. Do you understand the words that come out of my mouth?
No.
No one ever understands what I'm saying. It made me laugh when I was younger. I talked really, really fast, so I had speech therapy. So like the way Chris Tucker will say things really kind of quick, and you like understand Jackie Chan better than him. This goes on the first and second movie, and it's like, I'm like, oh, that's me. You know what I mean? And then we gotta talk about, like, just to end this podcast before we completely end. We have like 2 more minutes. Why should they make more comedies like this? What do you think? Do you think? I think like it's like. I get it. Like, they don't make a lot of comedies nowadays. It is what it is. But these, like, you could do like PG-13 comedies like this, not too over the top.
I think that's a huge element to it. I think
you could do it. It's
after we've just been like, I think there's like something where it's like a bit of overexposure. Like everything's got to be a little too serious, so there's got to be a little bit of like too much of everything in one thing to hit all sorts of marks. And like, I mean, like look at like
this is like a mix. It is an action comedy, and like now it's like they don't do like pure comedies.
But it doesn't overstep it. It doesn't have to cross the lines. It doesn't have to be super raunchy or super violent. And like people tend to lean into that thing. So it seems like when we get more exposure, people just want more extremes of things. And it's like it's good to just see stuff tapered back. It's like you don't always have to have that. It's like what good is it really? I don't mean.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's cool for certain things to set a tone, but sometimes okay, I don't always need that super serious or like super like raunchy, friggin' lean in hard into all our comedy because it's got to be controversial because that's what people want. It's just like, no, sometimes it doesn't have to be like that. I'm getting tired of it. And I used to be like, oh, this is like, whatever, it's new age and that's just how it is. But it's okay to
I agree.
back from that because it's just like a little too much. And sometimes I think we get a little overexposure and some people probably be better off without it, especially as I've seen time go on. And I guess I've gotten to get older and just see how things affect. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just cool to have some lighthearted things you can just go back to realize, to just kind of sit back and be like, hey, not everything has to be as serious as it's always made out to be. And I think like movies like this are nice because they keep it light, but they still can touch on all those things that make you feel good, make you feel kind of like down, where it's like, okay, they're down on their luck because like they're not going to get to rescue the daughter and all that stuff. But it plays into those things, but on like a not so serious, like dramatic note. And I think that's nice sometimes just to, because you deal with enough of that shit in real life,
Yeah, I agree 100%. All right. We're going to end this podcast, guys. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, this is fun,
if you like this video, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe. If you're doing a podcast, please subscribe to the podcast. Thank you for listening, guys. We're going to come out with another one in a week or so. We're going to probably go right to Rush Hour 2, and then we also have a top 5 villains. Maybe we'll do
just see different movies. We'll probably go Rush Hour 2 next time. Then we'll branch out and do some.
We'll probably do the movie ones together in the room, and then we'll do like we have a top 5 villains we want to do for movies.
We could do that one. Stuff, movies, fights, all sorts of.
So we have a bunch of stuff planned. We're gonna get into more. Thank you for listening to the Bottom of the Glass podcast. I'm your host, Chad Kelly, the truest host ever, and then
Miles Washington,
the Mac Daddy of Justice. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Have a good weekend.